Good morning, tubers. Yep, it's me, I'm back. I'm not out wild camping or anything at the moment. Just a quick viddy, actually, of two items that I purchased recently. One is a CRKT UK legal knife, designed by I think he's Chinese. I don't know the exact specs. I'm not going to give you the measurements either because I really don't know. Designed by Liong Mah, something like that. It's a Henny Haynes special. Now this was a rare item, I believe, at some point, because I think they sold out a couple of years ago, but they've sort of resurrected it. Here it is. There you go. The UK legal knife. You can open it one-handed, but it's really tricky to flick it out. You can't do it too often, I'll tell you why. Let's just be a bit careful. It's got like a double spring on it, so you don't let's hold it that way. It's probably better, isn't it, because I'm standing up doing this. Got a double spring on it so you don't catch your fingers too bad. But here, down the edge here, is it's difficult to get in there and open it. You can sort of do it one-handed, but I liked it. I'm now sort of fallen in love with it. I literally got it a couple of weeks ago. It has got I'm rubbish at explaining things, so I'll just run through it as I see it. It's got a little jobby here, so when you put a bit of pressure on it, it doesn't fold onto your finger, which is helpful. But it's got a gym pin on the top there, which really is a bit rubbish because it does, if you push on it, it pushes the blade down like so. But it's got a little bit here. You can see that just in the edge here. It's probably best to push down on that rather than the gym pin on the top of the knife. There it is, Liong Mah he rain. It's a Henny Haynes. It's got a Henny Haynes stamp on it just here. Look, H. Ugh, horrible fingernails. Need to sort them out. Yeah, they've sort of resurrected it, and to be honest, it's a little bit heavy. The blade is brilliant. It's very sharp, actually. Very sharp. Out of the box, I haven't really done anything to it at all. No, I haven't. Pocket clip, that'll be coming off because I don't like them. Crappy little cheapo lanyard on it. I'm sort of falling out of love with CRKT now. They seem to be just churning out some junk, and I always sort of thought they were quite good. This was on offer from Henny Haynes. I think it was about £26, but UK legal, which is handy. I think it's actually possibly European legal or worldwide legal. Maybe I'll have to. Well, I'm not going to check that. You check that. Yeah, folds pretty nicely. The downsides are quite sharp edges here on the edge, and here is very sharp on this. I don't even think it's G10, or is it G10? Can't remember. Yeah, it's not brilliant, to be honest. For £26, I suppose it's okay just to carry around, but it's a little bit. I carried it around this weekend actually in my pocket. Wasn't going anywhere, wasn't going clubbing or anything like that. And you do know it's in your pocket, unlike some of my Ganzo knives, sort of cheap locking knives, which I don't take out in public, obviously. They're very light in comparison. You don't even know they're in your pocket, actually. But yeah, there it is. If you're thinking of getting one, well, for the money, it's probably not too bad. No one's sponsored this, by the way. I don't get any sponsorship for anything at all whatsoever. I don't actually agree with it. Although, if I was a super YouTuber, maybe I would. I don't know. But it's not a freebie. I actually paid for this myself. As you know, I like a knife. I get a little bit excited when I see a new one come up, especially a CRKT. But it's not a patch on my minimalist Bowie. That's just perfect. and that's where I sort of got the bug for CRKTs really. The other CRKT I got, the scales were rubbish, and this is rubbish. Just very sort of sharp and a bit sort of unfinished. I have seen other YouTube videos where they cut along here with a Dremel and cut that off so it's flat, which then means you can open it a lot easier, because it's pretty much in the way that if it's too low there, can't even open that really easily. And so I'm looking in the back of my camera at the same time, and here really it isn't big enough to flip out. I mean, you can sort of flipping out one-handed, you need the right angle, but you can't do it too often, because it here inside the cutout is actually quite sharp as well, especially there. It's very rough here. So I'm going to take a sander or something to it and just wreck it, just so it's a bit smoother on the edges. It's just a throwaway knife for me really. But there you go, the Henny Haynes Liong Mah CRKT UK legal knife. Plenty of reviews on these out there. If you want to look at other people's stuff, just chuck it in the description, in the search box. You can swap that clip over to this side if you're a left-hander as well, which is quite handy I suppose, but I don't like it. I don't like clips really, they're a bit of a pain. But there you go, that's my new addition. I'll come back to you in a little minute with my other items. Okay, my other item is something I sort of thought about for my new hammock. I've bought a DD Frontline, just a standard one, and I was going to go for the XL, but I just thought it'd just be too big and too weighty. My pack, just for overnighter, as heavy as it is anyway. So I've sort of upgraded from the other hammock I used in my other video. Check that other video out if you haven't seen it. That was just a cheap £12 hammock, which actually did the job very well, and it was very comfy. But I did get a bit chilly in the night, mainly through my back. But the DD Frontline has got, as you probably know if you're into DD hammocks, has got a envelope, so you can put a mat or a roll mat or something, some sort of insulation in between, even leaves and stuff people use. And I thought about putting bubble wrap actually in there, and thought, well, strap a bit of bubble wrap to my pack, weighs nothing, look a bit naff, but there you go. Look like I'm just going on an eBay delivery or something. And then I was searching for it this morning and saw the on YouTube a lot of people use Mylar and Reflectix, and looked for Reflectix, couldn't get any locally sort of unless I ordered it online. So I went to Toolstation and got this, which is Thermowrap, which is very thin. It's like 3.7mm thick, but it's basically bubble wrap wrapped in silver foil. £10 for 7.5 metres. I only need 2.7 metres, and then I'll have to cut it down a bit at the tops for the hammock, I should think, for where it goes into a triangle. But I'm going to give it a go and see if it just keeps my back a bit warmer, because it was a little bit chilly out of the hammock, although the front line is double skinned really effectively, because it's got this extra envelope to put stuff in, so it might be warm enough anyway. But it was just my back, and when I was sleeping on my side, my hips got a little bit chilly, even with my super DD Dura 2 sleeping bag. So I'm just going to try it, and for the money it's worth a go. Now I only got the 600mm wide product. I possibly should have got the 1200, but then obviously when it's rolled up on your backpack it's massively wide, so going through woods and stuff will be a bit tricky. But anyway, I'm waffling on now. I'll open it up a little bit so you can have a look, but it's, you know, I'm sure you've seen this stuff before. It's just basically insulation for underfloors and that kind of thing, greenhouses, sheds, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, this is basically it. Thermowrap, general purpose wrap from Toolstation. Again, I paid for it myself, no one's given me this. It's not really a normal camping item, I expect. So I'll bring you back with the stuff. Right, well, straight from the start it's annoying. As I unrolled it, it's got like that sticky sort of snotty type stuff to stick it all together when they've manufactured it, and it's already bust a bloody hole in it, so you've already lost half a foot and having to cut it off, and probably on the other side of that in a minute, so I'll have to work that out, but I'm not particularly bothered for 10 quid. But it's not as resilient as I thought it'd be. But if you see inside here, look, see the little pockets, it's not filled with much air, but I'm just hoping it just sort of keeps the chill off, and it's extremely light. I mean, that whole roll is like nothing, couple of grams, I don't know, not even a mobile phone's worth, whatever that would weigh. But it doesn't weigh a lot anyway. But there you go, this is the thickness of it. Like, not very thick at all. They do the little, you won't be able to pop these either because they're so, I can't even pop that, but if I stood on it, maybe, but that's not popping at all. That's in there, that air. Probably about, those little bits, probably about as big as a Smartie. Maybe a little bit less than a Smartie, if you know what a Smartie is. Probably about the size of a chocolate M&M, maybe, but not as thick. But basically, I'm just going to have one layer of it and see how it goes. I'm going to cut it 2.7 meters long and give it a go. So what I'll do is I'll do that. I won't show you what it looks like afterwards because all it will be is just the same but 2.7 meters long, and then I'll test it when I go out this weekend on a wild camp with the Beachcrafter boys, Rickles and JB, aka Scout, and I'll stick it in my the envelope thing and see how it performs, see if it does actually work, and then let you guys know. For the money, I thought it was worth a go anyway, and if not, I can just use it to lie under cars and stuff with if needs be. I'm always under my daughter's car, unfortunately. But yeah, you could even probably use it as like a little ground sheety mat, but we shall see. I'm sure it's got lots of uses. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you want to subscribe, then please do. If you want to share, then please do. If you don't, then don't. Always happy with a thumbs up, but if you really want to do a thumbs down, then crack on. Thanks a lot to all my subscribers so far. Also, big up to all my friends in Germany. Also, looking forward to coming to Germany very soon. So big up the German crew, the German massive. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.